So it's been over a year since I was laid off from a company that I thought I really loved working for. But since I've worked at this company that I'm at now for 6 months, I realized I like working here a lot better, and I realized there might be a lot better opportunities even if you do get laid off from a company. You realize it's not the end of the world. Hopefully this can be an inspiration to you, because I never thought I'd get laid off. I went to the job every day, I did what I was told, and I enjoyed a lot of people I worked for. Obviously, there's some management that didn't like me, and that's why I got laid off. I was probably a burden to the company financially, and that's generally why people get laid off. There's a bunch of people who got laid off, so I wasn't the only one. But, you take it personally when you're used to going to work 40 hours a week, then you don't do anything. Well, I was cutting wood, but you go from something you kind of enjoy doing, productive-wise, and then to something you hate doing, which was cutting wood. That was difficult. So I was searching for a few months, and I found a job in Salem, and it was kind of a rundown place. And I didn't really want to go there, but I got the job, and I didn't want to turn it down. I was tired of cutting wood, and I decided to take the position. I didn't like what I did. I didn't like the culture of the business, so I continued to apply for other places. And this is important to do, too. If you hate where you're at, it's always an option to apply at another place. I think people sometimes feel trapped at where they're at, and they don't want to apply for a new place in fear that the new place they apply for will be even worse than the place that they work for currently, so they don't. And what I did was, when I got the job, I was there about 3 days, and I knew I don't want to work here for that much longer. So I applied at a bunch of places after I got that job. I went on Indeed.com. This was a site that I was using a lot when I was unemployed, and you can search for specific companies, specific areas, specific careers, salary ranges, hourly ranges, and it'll show you the jobs. It'll list them out on the site, and you'll be able to go on there and choose which one you really want and apply for them. I did hundreds of applications on there. A lot of them were just as simple as submitting a resume, so you don't have to go through the entire application process on each job that you fill out. A few job prospects that I had from Indeed, and the one that I'm at now, I've been there for about 6 months. I'm really glad I got this one rather than any of the other ones, because I think it's a better fit. What I'm going into now is, if you don't find the right job at first after you get laid off, you can go to another job. Try Indeed.com. Might be the best site. It might work for you like it worked for me. It's important that you don't give up, because there are really great companies out there. For me personally, I like working at larger Fortune 500 companies. I realize they just treat their employees a lot better. And when I went in for the interview, that's the part where you can know whether you're going to like the job too. You have an idea of the culture of the business. When I went in for the interview, the people who interviewed me said they really treat their employees like family. They try to treat everybody fairly and with respect. And that's something I never was told in an interview. It was just about basically, what are you going to do for the company to make us more money? But I didn't feel like that where I applied. And I realized if they called me, I'd really like it. So a few weeks later, they called, said they have a position for me. They'd like me to start here in a few weeks. So I didn't even tell the employer that I was currently at that I was going to leave until the day I left. And I thought that was better, because I was afraid that I was going to be let go right then if I told them 2 weeks in advance. So I just told them the day I was left, I'm like, I'm done. And I've got another job. I'm leaving. So just don't give up. Even if you don't use Indeed.com, there's a lot of places that you can search. Just try to find what you're good at, because there's something that for everybody out there, I guarantee you. I truly believe everybody has their own talent that they can use to be productive citizens in life rather than not doing anything.